I want to get to some breaking news that we've had after hours. Big 24 hours for Salesforce getting added to the Dow, stock touching an all-time high today, and now they're out with earnings. Miles Udlin has the numbers for us, Miles.
Yeah, the stock up another 6% here. Shauna, the company reporting better than expected results on the top and the bottom line. Let's start with the bottom line. Adjusted earnings per share for Salesforce in its most recent quarter, $1.44. The street was looking for something closer to 67 cents. So basically double the expected per share profit there. Revenues, $5.15 billion in the most recent quarter. $4.9 billion is what the street was looking for. And really the guidance seems to be the most positive part of a very positive overall report. $20.7 to $20.8 billion for the full fiscal year is what Salesforce now expects. The company had seen revenues closer to $20 billion for the full year. So again, 29% growth in the second quarter. The company guiding for 21 to 22% growth for the full year. And the stock, again, up 6% here, another more than 6% now, 6.5%, $230 a share the day after. It was added to the Dow and enjoyed a 3% rally during the session to a record high. So again, as you mentioned, good 24 hours here for Mark Benioff and the team at Salesforce.
Yeah, Kiko, it's been a very strong 24 hours here for Salesforce, but taking a look at some of those numbers, I mean, we've seen so many companies pull their guidance, but this is a company that has performed very well over the last several months and confident enough to give guidance here that's better than what the street was expecting on many fronts.
Yeah, and it's easy to see why, right? When you think about some of these stocks that have benefited, Salesforce certainly one of them, especially given just the migration to the cloud. We've talked so much about companies that are accelerating their digitization. This is the kind of company that will only benefit from the back of that. And certainly there is a lot of competition, I think, increasingly in this space. You know, we've talked about other cloud players as well, from the likes of Google, obviously AWS, but there's enough, what we've seen over the last few months, there's enough demand to go around. And really, if you think about just the demand alone, I mean, right now, it seems like the sky's the limit, right? Because we have just seen the kind of growth over the last few months. And even before that, we saw strength in this space. So, you know, Salesforce certainly coming off of another really strong quarter. And I think it's just interesting to see how these stocks have performed throughout the pandemic, because they have really become sort of these safe havens that we have seen sort of investors crowd into when everything else is uncertain, because that growth story, no matter what you say about the valuation of tech, the growth story still remains intact.
You know, Kiko, I would just add to that. Salesforce is not it's not a Zoom. It has not massively benefited from the shift to remote work, and obviously it serves other businesses. So these outstanding results, on the surface anyway, suggest maybe business is getting back to normal, at least.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.